But I'd certainly like to begin on behalf of the Council by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land that we're gathered on today, the Gubbi Gubbi or Kabi Kabi people, and on behalf of Council, pay our respect to their elders past, present and emerging. And of course, the Honourable Leanne Enoch, Minister for Environment and a whole lot of other things. St Bolton, State Member for Noosa, my fellow councillors, Councillors Wilkie, Jerisvik, Pardon, Stockport, Jackson and Glasgow. David West here, Group Manager Stewardship for HQ Plantations, and of course Michael Gloucester, President of Noosa Parks Association. But apart from those I've mentioned, we also have people here today from the State Departments of Environment and also the State Department of Agriculture, from QPWS. We have many staff from Noosa Council, representatives from HQ Plantations, from Noosa Parks Association, from the Thomas Foundation, plus Noosa and District Land Care. It goes to show how many people it takes to get a project like this up and running. And this is a landmark, really. It's a red letter day for Noosa. It's a hugely innovative conservation project because it's, in my mind, certainly the largest environmental project that Noosa Shire has seen in some time, and it's probably the last really gargantuan land-based environmental project that Noosa will see. The addition of 2,400 hectares, I prefer to say 6,000 acres, to our conservation estate, builds on the 2010 transfer of Tewantin State Forest into National Park and the addition of small sections of Yurol and Ringtail Forest, and they transferred to National Park in December 2011. But in terms of scale and audacity, today's celebration tops both of those. Before I talk to that, I really want to point out that all of these conservation areas were a long-held dream by Noosa Parks Association. I'm sorry, it's got to me now. You shouldn't look, they had a long-term plan to secure a ring of protected forests across the Noosa hinterland. And today, in a very large part, is the culmination of absolute decades of effort. And you've only got to step into the file room, the history room of Noosa Parks Association, to see the masses of letters and documents there that are a silent witness to the effort. Now you got that Noosa Parks has put in over so long. As I say, this is a complex deal. I want to pay particular acknowledgement to Michael. Michael Gloucester has been there from the very inchoate idea to the reality of today. But of course, as I say, this project had a lot of players. Jeff Brittingham and Robert Hughes from QPWS were helpful right from the beginning. As mentioned, my predecessor, former Mayor Noel Playford, was also there in the early stages, as were David Thomas and Roland Hill, assisting through their relationships with HQ Plantations. And here I must pay absolute credit to HQ Plantations and their former CEO, Brian Farmer. Their commitment to both Noosa and Queensland's environmental future cannot be overstated. And a couple of other people deserve to be noted. The first, though he hates me saying it, is Noosa Council CEO Brett de Chastel, who terrier-like grabbed this project between his teeth and refused to let go. Also, my fellow councillors, for their enthusiastic support. And, of course, as has been mentioned, special mention goes to Stephen Miles, the Minister for Environment in the last Palaszczuk government, now of course the Minister for Health. His enthusiasm for this unwieldy undertaking was crucial in getting many hesitant state bureaucrats to come on board. Indeed, we wouldn't be here today if it weren't for the fact that Stephen Miles also managed to see the big picture. And finally, of course, I have to thank Minister Leanne Enoch for embracing the project as incoming Minister for Environment and for seeing it through to today's ceremony. But this isn't a conclusion, this is a beginning. This is the beginning of a long effort, 10, 20 years even, that will see a massive amount of national park added to our conservation estate. And by the time the project finishes, we will have created some truly significant connectivity between our wonderful hinterland and the Kalula section of the Great Sandy National Park, a massive conservation area that will not only benefit koalas, I'm going to add some other ones to your list, Brett. They're going to be quolls, they're going to be giant barred frogs, and I have to add this one, the hairy hazelwood. The hairy hazelwood is in there and it will be protected also. And I believe it will be no doubt useful to researchers as a case study in conservation and rehabilitation efforts. There's going to be massive opportunities for the conservation area to be utilised for ecotourism, for scientific research, not to mention the simple enjoyment of locals and visitors alike. So as I say, today is a great day for Noosa, for Queensland and for conservation generally. It clearly and resoundingly demonstrates that different levels of government can work hand in hand with private enterprise, with local communities to deliver fantastic environmental outcomes. Thank you very much, everyone.